Greetings, toy fans. For those of you loyal followers of the channel, and I'm not sure how many of them there actually are, you know that I ended my last video saying that my next one was going to be Katara. Well, I got halfway through filming that one and the camera just stopped working. So I lost that video, so I don't care. We're not water under the bridge. Go buy Katara. It's great. Today we're going back to the Bad Batch. Today we're going back to Hasbro Star Wars Black Series Bad Batch, and I got my hands on Wrecker today, all right? So this leaves me with just a couple more figures from the line. Wrecker is bigger. You notice the box is bigger. This is a deluxe figure. Here's the back art for him. He's wearing his helmet with that 9.9, which we'll get a look at. I held off on buying this one for a while because, quite frankly, I struggle with why they think this is deluxe and needed to be a higher price point. So we'll take it out and see. Personally, I thought it was just, yes, it was a bigger figure, but we've had other figures who have been bigger things in the past from Hasbro, and they haven't had to have a deluxe price tag. But I bought him this weekend because I was at Target and they were clearancing things out, and so some of their Star Wars figures were half off, so I picked him up for $15.74. Not too shabby. As you can see there, he's got his helmet, his knife, and his gun, and a backpack. Pretty standard for what we've seen with other Bad Batch characters, really. Backpack, helmet, and then a couple of weapons. So once again, what makes him deluxe? What makes him worth $6 more than a regular figure now? Since a regular figure is right about $25. Get all this out of here. So the one thing I do love about all these Bad Batch characters is they have their own separate helmets. Got the 9.9 on there, and it's sort of like the skull-looking type, modern art type. I don't know what the heck, how to describe that. Somewhere between a Stormtrooper helmet and a skull face or something. But it's pretty dope. And, yeah, goes on Wrecker's fat mug is so. On his shoulder over here, he's got his little skull and 9.9. Oh, same over there. One thing I've noticed with a few of these Bad Batch ones is you can see it right here on the front. It's actually designed, like there's a little indentation there. There's a little paint scuffing. It's actually designed to look like this armor has been quite used. So that's pretty cool. All right, so I just said he's deluxe, but I don't understand why. He does look to be a little taller than Tech. He's about a head taller. All right, so yes, he's taller than Tech. But if I pull out a Marvel legend like Cable, he's smaller. So it's not, and Cable's massive. Just get that straight. Cable's massive. But I wanted to show a point that Hasbro does not have to charge premium prices for something because it's not really premium. There's nothing premium about him. He's bigger, but that's that. All right, we got the backpack on. I could put the knife in his hands, but I'm actually just going to put that right there in his boot holster because I like that idea, and I won't get it lost that way. And I think I'm putting it in backwards, so I'm going to put it in the other way. Feel better about that. There we go. Knife fits nice and flush right there in that boot holster. I'm trying to see if there's a place for the gun itself to be holstered. Some of these guns, as you notice, they got this little plastic piece off the side. Sometimes there's a place that like will clip in. I'm not seeing one immediately. So we'll just put that in his hand anyway. He's got a hand, trigger hand. As with many of these figures, they don't have additional hands from the Star Wars line. They're not like Hasbro in that, or not like Marvel in that regard. All right, so we've got the figure together. The head actually with the helmet. That's some pretty good Articulation mostly front to back, not as much side to side, but a little bit. Front to back, we got a lot. He does have this diaphragm peg. Pretty decent swivel all around there. This shoulder pad is flexible so that when you bring up his arm, which can go just a hair past 90 degrees, it seems like, works. Oh, I wonder if that's... No. I wondered if this was holding it up in that shoulder pad, but no, it's just, that's about the extent of his range. Single jointed elbows on that pin. That's the extent of that. So that looks like it's a little beyond 90. Maybe 110 or 100 or 110 degrees. Definitely not 135. He's not getting that. I wonder if the hips drop on this. No, they do not. All right, let's hold up his arms and let's see how far. Oh, and is there anything in the waist, or is that just... No, deluxe. All it's got is a diaphragm up top. Looks like really right there on the leg, that's about where it stops. So that's not a bad split for a figure that large. Great forward kick. Wonder about the rear kick. Yeah, not much of anything going backwards. A little bit, I guess. Not much. Even the knees are single jointed on here. They're on a pin though, so they do swivel. That knee pad right there pretty much limits how far the swivel is, but that's a lot of swivel. You'd probably tear an ACL or something with it. And then the feet are on their pretty standard pin. Wow. Oh, I was like, what is going on there? This is kind of soft to the point where it actually clicked over that bottom cuff of his pants there. So, that's tech. That's not tech. That's tech. This is Wrecker. I now have Tech, Wrecker, Echo, and Omega holding off to see if indeed Dorkside Toys, fingers crossed, does come through with, as they've got listed now, pre-orders for Crosshair and Hunter. So if you're looking, go take a look at Dorkside Toys. I picked them. I put them in my cart in June for pre-order. They've got them at retail prices, which is way better than the secondary market right now. Anyway, they're $15.74 and helping complete the Bad Batch. It's a total buy. Like I said, I love the scuff marking and the paint scuffing that's intentional on these figures. I love the way, I mean, they look perfect. You know, we didn't even get a good look at his face. Look at that. They've even got his eye right. One of his eyes is just straight white. They did it. They did him well. That's Wrecker. They did a good job on him. I don't think he justified the $31, $32 premium price. I've seen a lot of places online having them about $24 these days, and I really came close to pulling the trigger. I'm glad I held off and grabbed them on clearance for $15.74. It's totally worth it. So hey, maybe if you're watching this very recently, go check out your Target. Maybe they've got them on clearance. Anyway, I am Mark here at Mark's Toy Box. I'm so glad you checked in. I'm sorry I didn't have Katara, but Wrecker's pretty cool as well. Thanks very much, and we'll see you next time.